Michael. But you know what? We have so much more show, you almost won't notice that that happened. Your next comic has played all over LA. She's quite awesome. Give it up for Corinne Martinez.
Thank you. My name's Martinez, and I'm happy to be back here at Flappers Burbank. I don't have Michael energy. I think he was just so energetic. That's probably why it feels the internet couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah.
I may be smiling on the outside, but on the inside, I feel like Eugene Levy from Splash. What a week I'm having because of all this stress from the recent election. And there's people, they still haven't changed their clocks back. They're oblivious. Like, there's COVID? We just had an election? Oh my God, what happened? Where's Aunt Jemima? And, these people are allowed to vote because there's no IQ test to register. And if you don't believe me, look at the Facebook and the Twitter wars. I mean, what a shit fest. But you want to hear something that's not depressing? My friend Sylvia, she is the bravest person that I know. She recently shaved her head to commemorate her 30-year anniversary of having successful brain surgery to alleviate her seizures. She's bald and she's still beautiful. I am so fucking jealous. I don't have Sylvia's cranial bone structure. I mean, as an Asian woman, if I was bald, I would look like a fat ass Buddha. People would be coming up to me. They would try to rub my belly. If I passed by a liquor store, they were like, "Oh, rub her belly. There's Powerball coming up." And marriage, that is embarrassing. My husband has no filter. He just says whatever comes out of his mouth. There was an older woman, and she said, "Oh, you guys look like a nice couple. How long have you been married?" So before I could answer, my husband yells, 50 years. The older woman looked really uncomfortable. She said, "Oh my, well, they must have married you two as babies. I didn't know that they still had arranged marriages in the Orient." I was really mad at my husband. I said, "Why would you say something like that?" And it feels like 50 years. I was like, no, Stinky, you're wrong. It feels like 80 years. Back in the 50s, people would have referred to us as Mr. and Mrs. Martinez, the childless couple. Being a child-free woman is really hard because people are always asking me questions. Why don't you have kids yet? Don't you want to have kids? You have to get pregnant before you hit 40. Did you know that? And that was just coming from a 10-year-old Girl Scout. It's like, damn bitch, I just wanted a box of Thin Mints. I don't think I need a life coach. You take EBT? And there are weird people at the grocery store. My husband and I were shopping, and this Karen was staring at us. I mean, like staring, really intently. Apparently, it's odd for the husband to speak Spanish while the wife answers in English. So this Karen had the nerve to ask me, do you know what he's saying? I said, no. In fact, I don't even know who he is. But he keeps buying all my groceries for me. How weird. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you. That's my time. My name's Corinne Martinez. Please follow me on Twitter at Comedian Corinne.
Woo! Corinne Martinez, ladies and gentlemen.